Hello, and thank you for joining me today on Success Saturday. Today, I'd like to share with you some tips about how to brand yourself as the go to real estate agent. Right off the bat, I want to say that the majority of the people that you work with will be people who you know or people who know you. Maybe it's a referral from a friend, but at least they knew that friend and that friend referred you, so they're more willing to work with you. From my own experience, I know that the majority of the people that I worked with are people who already knew me from one place or another. And so the question becomes, how do you get to know people and how do you get people to know you? And I have some notes here, so you'll see me referring to those notes every now and then. Um, Number one, I just want to say you need to socialize, and socializing doesn't mean we're going out partying all the time. When you're socializing in a professional manner, and you want people to see you as a professional. Let me just give you some ways that you can go out and be social. For one, you can, if you are an agent who wants to become known in the community, you want to take part in community activities. So let's see. Let me give you a personal example. When I lived in San Ramon, I was one of the ambassadors to San Ramon, and this was probably the best thing I could have done for my career because, as an ambassador, one of my main jobs was to go out and meet people. Whenever someone moved into the community or whenever a new business started, I would take them a, a goodie basket, so to speak. And in this goodie basket were things that would help a business person or a new homeowner or even someone who is just renting an apartment. We would help them get to know the city. So there could be maps and other things that help them to assimilate into the city. That was one way that people got to know me. Go to farmers markets because that's a place where you can mingle and get to know people, and people get to know you. Just usually farmers markets are on a regular basis, so maybe every weekend, if that's when they are, just go to the farmers market. You don't have to buy anything. You can just go there and shop and mingle. And in fact, the main thing about socialization is you want to be at places where you can mingle with people. Wine and Wind festivals, harvest festivals, gym membership. I know when I first started real estate, one place where I received business was I was a member of Club Sport. And I spent a good 2 to 3 hours at Club Sport hanging out at the spa, uh, by the pool, just the juice bar, hanging out and meeting people, talking to people. Volunteer at the school, maybe if you have a child in school, go to their classroom and help the teacher. You'll become very valuable to the parents and the teachers when you do things like that. PTA, fundraisers, just help wherever you can for the schools and the community at large. Performing arts theater. There was a time when I was a part of the community theater. You get to know a lot of people that way as well. Even if you have a little side gig, take me for example, I sell Avon. I want to say that the majority of the people who bought real estate from me bought real estate because they first knew me as an Avon representative. And being professional in that industry helped them to see that I would also be professional as a real estate person. One of my biggest, and I want to say my best tip, is logo wear. As you can see, I'm wearing one of my shirts with my logo and company name on it, and this is really good for, well, helping people to see that you're in real estate without you having to beat them over the head with the fact that you're in real estate. You don't even have to mention it. They see you wearing the logo wear. And sometimes it is a really good conversation starter. And sometimes, if you're standing in line at the grocery store, and you hear people talking about real estate, they see you in your logo wear. It's not too intrusive to go and maybe join in on the conversation and say, pardon me, I overheard you saying such and such about real estate. And if you don't mind, I'd like to share some information with you and just get a conversation started. You don't even have to hand out your card, but maybe point them to a website or a place where they can find you. Direct communication. This is an important one too, because you want to stay top of mind with people all the time. And if you're sending out publications on a regular basis, this could be a postcard, a magazine, or a newsletter, just something all the time, and something on a regular basis, something that people get used to seeing come in on a specific day at a specific time. You just want them to learn to expect to see your face and your information. Here's something I do. I'm going to show you a magazine that I put out. It comes out every 2 months. Here it is. It's called American Lifestyle, and this magazine has lots of just fun information, not even real estate information per se, but a lot of fun information. And let me tell you, when people don't get their copy right away on the day and the time that they are used to getting it, they will call me. So this becomes a valuable tool, and it doesn't have to be a magazine. Like I said, it can be a postcard, it can be a newsletter, it can be just something that comes in on a regular basis. And what you can include on these in these publications is market statistics for the area that you work. It can be recipes, it can be community events. Maybe once a month you publish a community calendar that shows all the things that are happening in the community, and then you become the go-to person for that particular piece of information. And now let's talk about websites. There was a time when if you didn't have a business card, you weren't in business. So now we've come to a place where if you don't have a website, you're not in business. I just closed a transaction today, as a matter of fact, from a client who they knew me, but we had just met. And they went on the internet and they looked up my website, they looked up my Facebook, my Instagram, my Pinterest account. They did everything they could to get to know me. But first of all, they went to my website. And if I didn't have a website, I think their search would have stopped there. And I don't even know that I would be doing business with them. So I want to say, get a website. Now, the company, Bertrand Realty, provides you with a page on the company website, but I also encourage you to get your own personal website, a website that you can create and design it specifically for you, for the areas that you serve and the expertise that you have personally. It's your personal introduction to the world. The other thing I want to talk to you about is network marketing. Now, I know the majority of you don't like the idea of social networking, but I want to tell you that it's probably the most important, well, next to having a website, it's a very important thing to do. I'm talking about Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and YouTube. These are all the top four social networking platforms that people use on a regular basis. For sure, it's fun, but it's also a way for people to get to know you. Now, you don't have to be that person that shows posts about their cat every day or your salads and things like that. No, you can post things that showcase you as a person and what you're doing in the industry. Maybe you got a new listing, you can post that you have a new listing, or maybe you saw something interesting in the real estate market. You can You can share that with your family and friends. So social networking, it is a way to, like the term says, network, and it is a way to market yourself. So you want to participate in that, get as involved with that as you possibly can. I want to say too, just like the business card revolved into the website. If you don't have a Facebook account, you probably don't have a business, and that's what people think. So think about it. Do get a Facebook account, and if nothing more, get the Facebook account, get your Pinterest set up, get your Instagram and YouTube. Now, here's the interesting thing about YouTube. Here I am. This Success Saturday is going to be published on YouTube. But what's important and interesting about YouTube is it can be casual. I'm right now just sitting outside in my backyard and got the trees in the background. One of the things about YouTube is you can just get your phone and record anywhere, record anything. Um, Moments with me, it doesn't have to always be real estate oriented, but it's good if it is. And let's say, for instance, you are, I don't know, at the beauty shop, you're getting your hair done. You can post a minute um, real estate item. Say, hey, this is me. I'm at the salon getting my hair done. Person asked me a question about what is FICO, and you can explain that. So, a quick minute, a quick moment on the internet, post it to YouTube, and you then become the go to person. Who doesn't know who Dave Ramsey is? What does he do? He has a website. He publishes on all of the social networks. He does YouTube. So he has become the go-to person when it comes to finances, and you can be the go-to person when it comes to real estate if you take time to just publish a few things on YouTube. Oops, those are my notes. So, if you want to be top of mind as a real estate agent, what I encourage you to do is get a website, um, get on Facebook, do social networking, and the other thing is just get out there. And you don't have to spend a lot of money, you just need to be seen. And that's all I have for you today. So I want to thank you for joining me today on Success Saturday. And I hope you go out and make it a good socializing day. I will talk to you later.